I think if you kind of do dig underneath the stats, you can see a player who could actually prove to be quite a useful star for Wolfsburg. The thing that I think really interesting about him is that even though his stats weren't fantastic for Man United last season, his key passes in particular were still really impressive. He's still a player who knows how to make a pass. He can still thread a pass. He can still kind of orchestrate midfield. Still knows how to get the ball into the box for players. And if you kind of look through that Wolfsburg team, they are missing a playmaker of sorts. Obviously, last season, if you look at their assists, Mohamed Amoura was their top goal scorer and their top assist creator. He was Mr. kind of fantastic for Wolfsburg. But after that, it was Maximilian Arnold, who is also no spring chicken. And I think, you kind of look at that Wolfsburg team and you maybe think there was a lot of hope for a lot of players there. I had a lot of hope for Patrick Wimmer. I thought he was going to be good. I thought Jakub Kaminski was going to be good. They're both still young players, so I guess they still can do. But the one that I think has really kind of let me down last kind of couple of seasons was Lovro Majer, the Croatian playmaker. I really thought he was going to come from Stade Rennes and really kind of hit the ground running the Bundesliga. And he was a great playmaker in Ligue 1, and it just hasn't really worked out for him at all, man. I think Ericsson kind of flies under the radar, comes in as a Bosman, relatively easy signing. But, we might find ourselves in a kind of Granit Xhaka situation here where, no one had very high expectations for him, but he actually ends up becoming a really important player for that Wolfsburg team. And as you said, there's already such a strong Danish kind of influence and culture at the club that you'll probably settle in very easily. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how he does. But, Wolfsburg are going to have to get their best this weekend because they come up against a Cologne side who have really kind of upset the odds already when the first two match days against Mainz and Freiburg. So, yeah, definitely a really interesting story to keep an eye on this weekend.